Hey everybody, the following is an excerpt from the monthly Rahdo Roundup, and if you'd like to see the rest of the roundup, you can hit that eye up in the top right corner of the screen, or if you'd like to know more about the game, you can follow the link down in the show notes. And with that out of the way, let's talk about Celtae. And I gotta say, folks, first of all, this game is gorgeous. It's got art from the Miko, one of my favorite artists of all time, and it's a rondel game, which is one of my favorite mechanisms of all time. And it's basically about, I think we're tribes of Britannia trying to fight off the Romans, if I recall correctly. Yeah, we're Celtic tribes. And every turn, you are going to move clockwise on the rondel like always. If you take a baby step, you'll actually get some resources. If you move really far, you'll spend the resources. If you move a medium distance, you won't get or lose any resources. You know, pretty standard rondel stuff there. But what's interesting is after you've made the move, wherever the rondel lands, you've got 4 different actions you can choose from as a general rule. And those actions are getting more cards in your hand, which you need to do anything, converting those cards into permanent upgrades to your tribe, so it's like you've got those cards permanently in your hands at all time, no matter what you're doing, or spending those cards to build up fortifications or fight off the Romans. Now, which of these actions you'll have access to depends on where you landed on the rondel, but what's really interesting is, once you land, before you decide which action you're going to do that you have access to from where you've landed, you've got on hand a small handful of villagers who will do whatever you need, whether it's farming or fighting or recruiting or whatever. And before you do the action, you can swap some of the 3 people you have on hand with ones that are already on the board. So if you're about to do a military action, you could say, bye-bye, farmer, who's been with me through thick and thin for most of the game. I'm going to swap you with a soldier so that I will have an easier time doing the military action I'm about to do. So you've basically got 2 collections of resources that you're trying to manipulate on this rondel. Your cards, which are multi-use. They have icons on them that you spend in sets to fight, or they've got colors on them, which you spend in sets to build, depending on what you're using them for. And also, you've got these extra people who will basically lower the cost to use those cards for whatever you want to do. And then on top of that, you can be converting your, your workers into like permanent exceptions. And you can even convert them into wild cards. Now, all of this stuff you're able to do off of this rondel is driven by these different public objectives that, depending on choices all players make throughout the game, will be worth more or less points. So you could really push hard on something, but then it turns out, it's not worth very many points at the end of the game because nobody else was making that a more valuable task. But whatever you choose, you are going to be, right up to it to the very, very end. And it's just a really clever game where you've got this rondel, but this extra level of control because you're constantly swapping your workers in and out and constantly building up a bigger hand of cards to be able to do these really big actions. It was sharp, it was fun. Jen and I really enjoyed it quite a bit, and it came in at number 10 of the month. Celtae. And thanks for watching, folks. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe. It makes a huge difference, believe me. But with that out of the way, if you'd like to see some more, over on the left, you can find a playlist of a whole bunch more Rahdo Rapid reviews. Up in the top right, there's the latest thing that's been added to the channel. And in the bottom right, you've got something YouTube recommends. Okay, folks, thanks for watching.